How's it going, everybody? Scylla from Commander's Cauldron here. It's been a little while since we've released any videos. Life has been very, very busy for both of us. And because of that, we haven't really had the time to edit a bunch of videos. And that's pretty much it. We will include deck lists and timestamps in the description down below. But also, check us out most Sundays for our stream where you can watch a lot of the games like this live. Anna, start it off. Hit us with that deafening silence. Let's go.
Please don't.
It's just gonna be an Urza Saga, and I'll pass.
I'll play a mountain, tap it for a Rite of Flame, cast Magda, play a Mox Amber, tap Mox Amber for a Bloodfire Dwarf.
What the fuck?
Damn.
And I'll pass. It's a pretty good opener.
Yeah, holy moly.
No, you really?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna do a polluted delta. Go ahead and crack it right away. Underground Sea, close and shuffle. Tap that. I would like to imp seal. I will do that. That's gonna be it for me.
I am just going to play a Scalding Tarn and pass the turn.
I uptick this thing. I'm gonna play a Plains. I don't know how worth it's gonna be to get rid of Magda right now, but it seems important. I'm gonna path to exile Magda.
I will cast a Chrome Mox, imprinting a Red Elemental Blast. Red. And I will tap 4 for Magda. And I'm going to go to combat.
Yep.
And Scylla, I'll swing at you for 2.
I will.
And I'll make a
I'll take 2.
treasure on attack. I pass.
Let's do a Woody Footy. I'm gonna go ahead and crack it. We're gonna go get a tropical island. Yeah, I guess I just pass.
I will crack the Scalding Tarn. Losing 1. I'll go get an Underground Sea and I'll put a Vamp Tutor on the stack as well. I'm gonna go get my Dark Magician. It's my most powerful monster. I will play this Bayou. I think we're going to exile this Elvish Spirit Guide and then cast a Rhystic Study.
Offer you can't refuse.
That's fine.
I'm gonna untap and draw. I'm gonna uptick this. Before I search, I'm gonna tap it and float a colorless. I got my Soul Ring. I'm gonna play my land for turn as a Plains. I'm gonna tap 2, 3, 4, 5, and cast Elesh Norn.
I will untap. Draw for turn. I am going to go to combat. Scylla, I'm going to swing 4 damage at you to make 2 treasures.
Yep, I'll take it.
And I'm going to pass my turn.
I'm gonna do a Bloodstainmire. I'm gonna go ahead and crack it. I would like to tap 3 for this Rhystic Study. I'm a bad person. It's all for me. I pass.
I'm gonna pass.
I'm gonna untap and draw. My land for turn is this Crystal Vein. I'm gonna go ahead and tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that I'm paying an extra for the Rhystic Study, I'm gonna cast this Complaints Clerk. I'm visiting the Balloon Stand, which when I roll a relevant number, I make a 1/1 red balloon or sacrifice a balloon and target creature gains flying. That's not optimal, but...
What are the relevant numbers on that one?
4 and 6.
Okay.
And Tunnel of Love, which I visit, choose an opponent, they choose a creature they control, then I choose a creature I control, and then we exile both of the creatures, and they return to the battlefield under the owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. And I will go to combat, and I will attack Quinn with Elesh Norn.
I will take the damage.
I will pass.
I am going to tap 3 and cast a Jeska's Will. Cool. I will generate 5 red mana, and I will exile the top 3 cards of my library. I may as well play this Mox Opal, and I may as well hit my land drop for the turn. I will use 2 of this to cast a Liquimetal Torque. I will go to combat and swing both of these at Scylla again for 4 damage, generating 2 treasures.
Yep.
And I'll hold priority, activate Magda, sacrifice 5 treasures to grab an artifact or dragon.
Yep.
Clock of Omens.
Oh yeah.
I will activate Liquimetal Torque to turn Magda into an artifact. I will tap Clock of Omens in this Mox Amber to untap Magda, tap Magda and this Mox Opal to untap Magda and generate a treasure. And I will continue this loop with treasures generating infinite tapped treasures. And I will activate Magda. I'll grab an Academy Manufactor, so now I have infinite untapped treasures by using the clue and the food to untap the treasure. I will grab a Skargan Hellkite. It has a riot trigger, which isn't an enters the battlefield trigger. It just happens as it's entering. So I will have it put a +1/+1 counter on itself, and I will use my infinite mana to pay 3 and a red to deal 2 damage to everyone at the table a bunch of times.
I am somehow in first again, so I will draw. Let's play a Plains and an Esper Sentinel. And then I'll pass.
I will just play this Misty Rainforest, and I will pass.
Play this Undergrowth Stadium. And then I will tap that for a Spindlehorn Elfin. We'll pass with that.
Love Finhorn Elfin.
I'll start with a mountain, and then I will give the Esper something to eat real quick with a Mana Crypt. Cast Magda, use my remaining colorless to cast an Ashnod's Transmigrant. And pass the turn.
I am gonna untap and draw. Play my land for turn. Play this Mana Vault.
And go to my turn. Play a Volcanic Island. We'll just, I'll pay 2. And I will put out a Wishclaw Talisman. And if Wishclaw is good, I am just gonna leave it up and pass.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna do a Scalding Tarn. There's like a slow grindy option, and then there's a go hard in the paint option. And like based on the games we've had, I feel like I should just go hard in the paint. So
Go for it.
yeah, right? Let's do 2 for this Hermit Druid. Yeah, let's do a green for an Elves of Deep Shadow.
Untap, roll for Crypt. Odds are damage. Damage. Take 3. I will play a mountain. I will tap this Mana Crypt to cast a Metallic Mimic, and then I will go to combat, and Scylla, I will swing 2 damage at you.
Yep, I will take it.
Make a treasure. Pass the turn.
I will play this Mana Crypt. I will play this Crystal Vein from my land for turn. Do white, 2. Yeah. And I'll play this Linvala, Keeper of Silence.
I have a response for that. I am going to tap 2. I'm going to cast a Tybalt's Trickery.
Ooh, it's an Aether Vial. I'm playing the One Ring.
I am gonna play this Ancient Tomb as my land. I'm gonna activate my Wishclaw, giving it to Anna. Exiling this Elvish Spirit Guide. I would like to cast a Culling Ritual. So a total of 11. I would like to cast this Ad Nauseam. So I'm just gonna play out the free stuff I have. So Petal, Mox Diamond, which I can pitch a land for, Jeweled Lotus, the LED. So I think we would do a black and a green for the Orcish Bowmasters. I will cast that Culling the Weak, sacking the Orc Army. Diabolic Intent, sacking the Shaman. Sabine Spirit Guide, and 1 of the black for Underworld Breach. Then I can flash back the Diabolic Intent, or not flashback, but escape it, sacking the Orc to go and get Brain Freeze, and then I can just Brain Freeze loop myself out. And then Thassa's Oracle.
Like, this is gonna be disgusting, and I apologize, but it's bad.
Oh.
Okay, well...
Alright.
I'm gonna start with a Mana Crypt. I'm gonna tap it. I have a colorless floating. I'm gonna play a Soul Ring. I'm gonna tap it. I'm gonna have 2 colorless floating. I'm gonna play a Mana Vault. I'm gonna play a Jeweled Lotus.
So this is turn 1 Norn plus something.
My land for turn is a Fomori Vault. I think what I'm just gonna do is crack my Jeweled Lotus and cast this Elesh Norn. Then I'm gonna tap my Fomori Vault, and I'm gonna play this Expedition map. After that, I am gonna pass.
I'm gonna have a pretty crazy turn, just like that. We're gonna go Urza's Tower Pass.
Yo, let's go!
Word. City of Brass. I forgot how to play Magic. Mox Diamond, we're going to get rid of that Nurturing Feeling.
Nice.
We're going to play an Elvish Mystic.
Nice.
And then I'm going to tap this for a blue and cast Extract. One day they'll give me one in green. I'm going to hope. Eternal Scourge is going to go into exile, and I will pass the turn.
I'm going to play a Command Tower, and then I'm going to just play a Mystic Remora, because I thought my hand was probably pretty good, and then Anna did all that, so...
And then it wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm untapping. I'm gonna roll for my crypt. Odds will be damage. And that is a 6. It is a logo for our local LGS. I'm gonna tap my Soul Ring, and I'm gonna play this Grim Monolith. I'm gonna tap my Grim Monolith for 3 colorless, and I'm gonna tap my Fomori Vault to activate its ability. I'm going to discard a card. I'm going to discard this Archivist of Ogma. So I'll look at the top 5. I'm putting this one in my hand. I'm going to play my land for turn. It is a Windswept Heath. No, it is a Windbrisk Height. Hideaway 4 twice. Also crack my Expedition map and search for a land, but otherwise I am going to pass.
Awesome. We're gonna play this Gemstone Caverns and pass.
I would like to cast a Demonic Tutor.
I'll have a fish trigger.
You got it.
Woo! I'm good on Demonic Tutor. I'm kind of at like this weird point where I'm like, do I even keep the fish around? Yeah, I'm not gonna keep it around. I normally am the type of person who's like, I'm gonna pay for fish for like 3 turns, but I don't think it's gonna do anything. I'll play a Flooded Strand, which I will crack for a Ledger Shredder.
I'll play my land for turn. I will tap my Mana Vault, tap my Fomori Vault, look at the top 4 cards. I have to discard first. I'm going to discard this Aether Vial. And I will play this Boromir. After that, I will move to combat. I will send Elesh Norn at Scylla.
We're gonna play an Eldrazi Temple as my land for turn. We'll tap 3 and cast a Sculpting Steel. As funny as it would be to do Aethersworn Canonist, I'm just gonna make a Soul Ring.
Alright, go to my turn. Alright. Do Cradle as land. Let's do 3 cast Ukkima.
I will play this fetch, this Verdant Catacombs. It's a Reyhan moment. Okay, we're gonna do 3. We're gonna cast Reyhan.
I'm going to go to combat. I'm going to send... Reyhan's a 3/3. I'm going to send Norn at you, Scylla. I'm going to send Boromir and Aethersworn Canonist at Foster. On the attack, I'm going to pay 1 and activate my Windswept Heath. My Windbrisk Heights. I need an English one so I can just read the name.
Yeah. So, if both of these aren't artifacts, you can only cast one of them.
Right.
Okay, because that's how that interacts with under a rule of law.
Yep.
Okay.
Under a rule of law, I can cast 1 spell. Under specific rule of laws like this, it's just the same rulings.
And Boromir is also only your opponent's spells. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I will get... on the stack, I will add a Curse Totem and a Collector's Cage.
Wow. That sucks so badly.
Oh, it's a second hideaway.
Yeah.
Oh.
I will get a Ledger Shredder trigger off of this because it's 2 spells. So I'll get to draw. And I will be discarding my snow-covered island.
So Collector's Cage will enter ETB. I will Hideaway 5 twice. Main 2, I will play a Windswept Heath. So I have a Plains, which I will tap. Oh, I didn't need a Plains to do this, actually. Colorless. I'll have a Colorless Floating. I will activate the Collector's Cage. I'm going to put a 1/1 counter on Elesh Norn.
Okay.
Then I have 3 creatures with different powers.
Oh god.
So I will cast a Grafdigger's Cage and a Felidar Guardian. I have no cards in hand, so I can't activate my Vault. I will just... yeah, I'll just pass.
Alright. Untap. Anything in upkeep? Alright, draw for turn. What a banger. Let's play a Crystal Vein as my land for turn. And then we pass the turn.
We're gonna do 2 and a black for a toxic deluge. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pay 3 life into it.
Very cool. I'm passing prio on this.
I am gonna respond. I'm gonna tap my mana crypt, the colorless floating. I will activate my collector's cage, or the deluge is 3. So yeah, I'll put 1 on Boromir. So I will on the stack put Solitude and Saravok's Tome.
Oh.
I will have a Ledger Shredder trigger.
Absolutely.
Yo.
Woo.
Nice. Ooh.
Well, I'm discarding something that will keep my Ledger Shredder alive, I think. So, Born Upon a Wind,
Oh, yeah,
gone. I got a little bit of a bigger bird now.
Big bird.
Big bird.
So, Solitude ETB, I will target Ledger Shredder and Zhulodok. Then I am going to activate my Fomori Vault. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 artifacts. So I will look at the top 9, discard it.
That's it for me then, unfortunately. I'll pass.
Play this Wooded Foothills, which I will crack and lose a life. I think that's where I'm at. I've got a counterspell and a SWAT, so yeah, I'm just passing.
I will tap these 2. I have 1 floating. And activate my vault. And I will flash in sorcery speed this restoration.
So I can't counter it on the stack because my counterspell doesn't hit creatures, but I can still interact with the ETB.
Okay.
So we're not currently guaranteed to die.
Yes.
This is what starts like the flicker loop for her deck, and then she'll just get to go through the dungeon infinitely and kill us. So I have nothing to respond to the cast.
I guess put both targets on Felidar Guardian.
That sucks. That's the way to do it. Dang it, woman.
So, Restoration Angel, both targets on Felidar. Felidar, both targets on Collector's Cage.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so now you're just kind of banking on the cage digging you out of this.
Yes.
Unless she hits literally like 2 different flicker effects, in which case, okay, I guess we're just boned. So
Sure.
I will Hideaway 5 twice. I will pay 1 and activate my Collector's Cage. I am going to cast Moonshaker Cavalry and Armageddon.
I'm like, my brain is almost kind of like, okay, I think I'm okay to just concede, maybe? Like,
I honestly kind of am. Like,
I'm totally down for another game.
okay,
at
yeah.
this point with no lands, like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm good with it. Good game, Anna. Like,
Anna, are you okay with everybody conceding at this point?
If we all agree that I've Armageddoned you.
Say 4th time that I've been on this stream, I have been Armageddon.
Yep. Yep. It's...
Nice.
I will start us off then, which is just going to be a command tower and passing.
We're gonna get this Elves of Deep Shadow and pass.
We'll play an Urza's Tower into a Sensei's top.
I'll play an Irid Mesa, which I'm gonna crack. I'm just gonna shortcut. I'm gonna play this Deafening Silence.
Anna, in your end step, I am going to cast a Worldly Tutor. I think I'm just going to put Fancy Goblin on top. Little dockside. I will untap, I will draw, I will play a Scalding Tarn. While I'm searching, I'm gonna Demonic Tutor. And if that's good, I will get a card and a land and be passing the turn.
Cool. Turn didn't change. Tap for 2, cast Sylvan Library.
Very cool.
That's all good. I pass.
We're gonna play a Gallifrey Council Chamber.
Ooh.
On ETB, I get to surveil 1. I'm gonna bin this Walking Ballista.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
And then I will cast a Grim Monolith, and I'll pass the turn.
I'll untap and draw. And I'm gonna pass. I'm having
no.
the exact opposite game.
Well, untap. Oh, I drew an Ancient Tomb. God, I'm actually cooking. Let's go. I'm gonna lose 2 life. I'm gonna cast Heuristic Study. That's my 1 non-creature spell, so I'm passing it. That resolves.
I will draw 3, put back 1, and pay 4. I'm gonna pay 2 life and get Probe Anna.
Do you just want to show everybody?
Yeah, might as well.
I have an expedition map, Saravox Tome, Grim Monolith, a Rest in Peace, and a
Ah.
Path to Exile.
And that is my non-creature spell, so I will pass the turn.
Play Weathertop as my land for turn, which is Deserted Temple. Tap 3 for, and then I will pay for Ristic Study. I'm gonna cast the One Ring. I will tap it to put a burden counter on it and draw a card. So I'll just pass the turn.
I'll play a expedition map and pass.
Still hitting our lands. Let's go. Okay. I will crack a Misty Rainforest. My one non-creature spell is going to be this Wishclaw Talisman. I am going to activate it. Why are you extending your hand out? Why do you think you're getting it?
Because you love me and you want me to have a land.
Dockside right now makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What about the Boogie Bomb?
Would you like to tutor for the Boogie Bomb?
No, I don't want to tutor for the Boogie Bomb.
Pyrite
It's one of the spell bombs, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Pristine 10 Boogie Bomb. You should just use that as your commander.
Yeah. Alright, I got my
I'll
card.
cast Boogie Bomb. What?
Yeah. And Anna, you will be getting it.
She's playing fucking Niv Mizzet.
We will do 1, 2. I'm gonna cast the Dockside. So the ETB, it's 3 from Anna, 4, 5, 6. Which Anna called it. I'm just using all 6 to cast Niv Mizzet. I am passing the turn.
Life is a resource. I'm just gonna pay it. Do this Bayou as land for turn. Yeah, I think I just cast a new Ukkima. Just get a woof.
I'll have a Ristic trigger.
You sure will. I'll pay for it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's gonna be it. I will pass turn.
We're gonna untap, keep I'll lose 1 from the ring, draw a card, and I will draw 2 more cards. And I'm gonna bin a Chimba the Inner Sun. Yeah, I'll cast a Clock of Omens. You can draw.
And then I'll have a Niv Mizzet trigger to ping.
That dork.
No, I am a firm believer in only killing the dorks when it's a result of their own actions, not for somebody else's actions. Foster, I'm gonna ping you in the face for 1. I'm just gonna ping you for 1.
Yeah, that's fine. I pass.
I'm in a position where if I don't use the Wishclaw, I just think I don't play the game. But I don't want to give it to any of you.
I can swear, if you give it back to me, I will not use it for the rest of this game. They will sit on my board and not be used a single time.
Okay, so if you use this Wishclaw Scylla, I know where you sleep at night.
I will sleep on the couch for the whole weekend.
You will sleep on the porch with the wasp.
Oh god. Okay.
Wow.
You will sleep in the window.
I think I'm gonna pay 2 and 2 life for Grim Monolith.
And I will get to draw.
Yep.
And I will ping you in the face for 1, Anna.
I take 1, I'll pass.
I will shock myself with a breeding pool. My one non-creature spell is my own One Ring. And then I'm also going to cast a Deathrite Shaman. Combat time. I will have Niv Mizzet going at Foster for 5, and then my Dockside is just going to poke Mitch for 1. And after all of that, I am passing the turn.
Yeah, I'll just pay 8. We're gonna do a Bloodstained Mire. I'm gonna do 1 in black. Lose a life. I would like to cast the Diabolic Intent.
I will have Niv Mizzet and Ristic Study triggers.
Yeah, you get them. Go ahead.
So I'll draw with Niv Mizzet, and then I will ping you in the face for 1, Mitch.
Okay.
And then I will draw for Ristic Study and ping you in the face again.
Any responses to Diabolic Intent?
No.
Nope.
I'm gonna pass.
Alright, untap. My people lose 2 from the ring. Draw for turn. Let's tap the ring and draw 3. Sure, we'll play an Ancient Tomb as land for turn. I will pay for Ristic Study and cast a Grafdigger's Cage. I'd like to use Clock of Omens and Grafdigger's Cage to untap the One Ring. I would like to draw 4 cards. Pay for Ristic Study and cast a Foundry Inspector. And then I will pass the turn and start discarding down to hand size.
I will draw. I will tap for a 3. 5 colorless, losing 2 life. I'll play this Saravox Tome, paying 1 for Ristic Study. But I will get 1 and I will search for a basic. My land for turn is a Plains.
Where'd that come from?
Your butt.
My butt? Ew.
Rest in peace.
You're paying for Ristic Study?
I am paying for Ristic.
Sweet. I am untapping. In my upkeep, I will lose 1 life to my One Ring. Draw for turn. For my one damage, I'm going to ping at Foster in the face. I am going to cast Toski. we are going to have Niv going at Foster in the air, and the dockside going at Mitch again for 1. I will have 2 Toski triggers, so I will get to draw
Yup.
2. And then I will shoot the Foundry Inspector with the Niv triggers.
No, my boy.
Yeah. I will activate my One Ring then. I was going to hold it.
Okay.
But I think I need to hit my lands, so I'm going to try to draw 1,
Still
2.
misses. Oh no.
Okay, I did hit the land. I hit the Forbidden
No.
Orchard. Let's do one at Mitch, 1 at Foster. The last thing I'm doing is casting Reyhan. Tap 3. I'm going to give Anna. I'm going to give you the spirit from the Forbidden Orchard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in hand. I am passing the turn.
Does this work the way I wanted it to? All right. So to start, we're gonna do an Overgrown Tomb. I'm gonna pay 2. I'm just gonna try it. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3. I would like to cast this Eternal Scorch.
I will have a Ristic Study trigger.
You sure will. You can draw.
I will ping you in the face for 1.
I will just be passing the turn.
We'll untap. My upkeep, I'll lose 4 life from the Wandering. Draw for turn. Interesting. I will tap the Wandering and draw 5. Okay, I will tap these to try and untap the. I will tap the Wandering and draw 6. I will play Ugin's Labyrinth as my land, and I'm going to imprint Ulamog the Infinite Gyre. And now we're in the state of how cursed do we go? Well, I don't know, actually, that may be totally wrong. I will pay for Ristic Study, and I'll cast Ugin the Ineffable. Hell yeah. I'm going to -3 and target the Deafening Silence. I'll cast a Mana Vault for free and pay for Ristic Study. Pay for Ristic Study and cast a Mox Opal. I'm going to cast a Sensei's Top. Tap both of these and untap the... Now I will draw 7. I'll pay for Ristic Study and... cast a Semblance Anvil. I'll cast Metal Worker, and then I can't pay for Ristic Study, unfortunately.
Sweet. So I will draw, and then my Niv trigger I will use to kill Ugin.
I'm gonna untap the Wandering. Just keep going. Draw 8 cards. I will start discarding down to hand side.
Upkeep, I will continue into the Undercity and scry 2. 1 on the bottom, 1 on the top. I'll draw for turn. 1 extra to pay for Ristic Study. I'm gonna play Boromir and crack my Expedition map. After that, I'm just gonna pass.
My upkeep, I have a One Ring trigger. I will lose 2 life. And then I will draw. With my Niv Mizzet ping, I am going to put 1 on the Metal Worker. I'm gonna pay 1 red. I'm gonna cast this Lightning Bolt targeting the Eternal Scourge, and then I will have a Niv Mizzet trigger on top of that as well. And then
Niv Mizzet draw.
I will draw, and I will shoot the Metal Worker again. Let's go to combat. This time we're gonna do still Niv Mizzet at Foster. I think all 3 of these are going to go at Mitch then. So it's a total of 3 damage at Mitch. And then I will have 4 Toski triggers. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then my 4 Niv Mizzet triggers are going to do 3 of them at Foster and 1 at Mitch. And then my second main, I drew my Gaia's Cradle as my land.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Good card.
Good card.
Oh, I could have also attacked with Reyhan, but that's fine. I forgot. I forgot she was even on board. I'm sorry, Reyhan. I love you.
I forgot.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna lose 2. Boop boop. Turn my Ancient Tomb. Cast Spellseeker. I'm gonna add Tainted Pact into my hand. 1, 2. Anna, would you like another Spirit? Because I'm going to be casting Dox's Oracle. With the ETB, I will do a black and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green for the Tainted Pact. Which I will draw and then ping Foster for 1 again. So my devotion.
The only thing I have, she has more than enough mana to pay for, so like I don't think it's gonna matter.
I think my devotion, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, and then still be able to defend with the counter magic I have in my hand to not deck myself. Those 6 there. And then the final card I add is Neoform, and then just a bunch of my library.
Nice.
Any responses to Thassa's Oracle, ETB?
Anna, you have a Path Exile, right?
I do.
Pathing the Niv may work.
I know she has a lot of counter spells, but I'm gonna try it.
True, but there's also a Boromir.
I will path to exile targeting Nivmis.
I have a Niv trigger, so I will get to draw one and then ping Anna for one. So my remaining cards, I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will activate my One Ring to draw 3. 3. I have 3 cards left. Niv Mizzet is exiled because of
Sure.
Path, and then Thassa's Oracle ETB is on the stack again.
Nah, you've got it.
Nice. Sweet. Does anybody have pre-game actions?
I, in fact, do. Unless
nice.
Anna has one first.
I don't.
Gemstone Caverns, I will pitch Mox Diamond.
Nice. Sweet. I will start us off then. We're going to do a Stomping Ground. I will lose 2 life to. And I'm just going to do a nice little humble, ignoble hierarch. And I'll pass the turn after that.
My land for turn is just a Vault of Champions. But I'm also going to play a Lotus Petal, which I am going to crack for a Mystic Remora. And I will pass.
We'll play a Mountain, and I'm going to feed the fish exactly 1 card until it dies. We'll play a Soul Ring.
I'm drawing.
I will tap Soul Ring and Mountain, and I will play Krark the Thumbless. Alright, I'm going to pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. That's interesting. We like that. Let's go ahead and do a Bloodstained Mire, crack it for a Mountain, and we'll do a big pass.
Alrighty, draw. Ooh, I got a City of Traders. Sick. Okay. I didn't think I was going to hit my land drop. I'm going to cast the 6. I am just passing the turn.
Put a counter on my fish and pay for my fish, and then I will draw for my turn. I will play this Cavern of Souls. I will declare humans. I will play this Mana Crypt. I will tap my Cavern of Souls for a blue, and then 2 colorless. I will play this Spellseeker. Then I will search my library.
Got a Demonic Consultation?
Yeah, I'm just passing though.
I think I'm simply going to lay into the removal that's incoming and cast a Sakashima.
My response to Sakashima, it's not removal, but
Okay.
I am going to Vamp Tutor. We'll put that card on top.
Okay, the meatball has his friend. I'll pass the turn.
Double Meatball.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Let's do a Mountain. Don't like this fish in play. I think we're just gonna pass the turn.
I will draw this card. We're going to cast this Dockside. I will have the 1 floating for my City of Traders, and then I will make my 3 Treasures. I think, unsurprisingly, are going to be used to cast a Korvold. ETB will eat a Dockside, and I will draw a card. We'll go to combat. I have a 2/4. Anna, I'm going to pressure you a little bit. I will attack you with this 2/4, and then I will have an attack trigger. So I will get to a mill 3, and then I can add a land back from among them. Ancient Tomb, Talisman, and Underworld Breach. I get to add back this Ancient Tomb to my hand. I will play the Ancient Tomb as my land for turn, which will trigger the City of Traders, sacrificing it, and then trigger Korvold to draw a card.
That Underworld Breach having retrace is a fucking problem.
Yeah. 2 life. Anna, you can have 1 more card from me for this Arcane Signet. Oh, there's like a risky play I can do that does not really pay off well for me, but it could pay off well for me. And that would be fun. And I won't feed a fish doing it, so we're gonna do it. That sounds silly. I'll cast this Skirk Prospector, which I will activate, sacrificing my Ignoble Hierarch, making 1 red and triggering Korvold.
Draw the land at least.
I did not. I'm gonna have it sack itself.
Okay, we're all in on this, huh?
Yeah. Land. Oh, that's so sad. Damn. Do I have any way to draw a card? I drew a Noxious Revival, so I was like, damn. I think that's all. That's all I got. I will pass the turn.
Untap, I will roll for my crypt. Odds will be damage. That is 2. I will pay for my fish. What all is in your graveyard, Scylla? My land for turn is an Odawara. Pay a black with my Vault of Champions for a Dark Ritual. Tap my Cavern of Souls for a colorless. Use that 3 black. Cast this Beseech the Mirror. I am bargaining. I'll sacrifice my Mana Crypt. I have selected Gilded Drake.
Yo, life is pain.
I would like to exchange this Gilded Drake with Scylla's 6. Recast my Mana Crypt.
That was hot.
After that, I'm just gonna have to pass, though.
I'm going to play a Mana Confluence, tapping a blue, a red, and colorless with 1 colorless floating. And I'll put a Veyron Voice of Duality onto the stack. I will tap Mana Confluence for a blue, and I will go to 39, and I will use this colorless left over from Soul Ring. And as my second spell for the turn, I will cast a Snap targeting Korvold Fey Cursed King, and I will put 4 Krark triggers onto the stack.
I will get a fish trigger.
Yeah, you can draw.
Life is pain.
So I'll roll for all the triggers. Evens will always be a copy, odds will always be a loss.
Cool.
The first trigger is a bounce, so snap will go to my hand. I will have 3 left for the second trigger. That's going to be another bounce. For the second to last trigger, that's another bounce. And for the final trigger, that is another bounce. I have to pass the turn.
Let's go!
Hideously unlucky.
This is such a weird situation to be in, because I really don't want to feed on a card. Fuck me. Alright, let's just play a land and pass.
In your end step, I'll be paying my 2 life with this Noxious Revival, targeting my dockside.
I'll have a fish trigger.
You can draw.
I will also have a spell pierce.
I can't pay for it. Go to my turn. We're gonna go to combat. Anna, I'm gonna swing my Korvold at you. We'll have a trigger. I'm gonna sack the Gilded Drake.
Take a 9 Korvold damage.
Nice. In my second main 4, I'm going to lose 2 life. We're going to cast this Lively Dirge, spreeing it. Do the return up to 2 creatures with mana value 4 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So I will get this Dockside and Skirk Prospector, and I will have a Dockside ETB. We will activate the Prospector to sacrifice Dockside. I will have a Korvold trigger, and I will make a red mana, and I will draw a card. We'll crack a treasure for a black mana. Korvold trigger. I will do a green mana. Do another green mana. Do the black floating and green. I'm going to cast Animate Dead. You can draw a card. Boop. I have a Dockside. I will go back up to 3. And then we will sack the Dockside. Oh my god, this also goes to the yard. Why am I putting it over there? Korvold trigger. Go up another red mana. We will do another black mana. Korvold trigger. So we'll use 1 green to Nature's Claim on the fish, and you will draw a card for it. We'll crack for another black mana. We'll use 1 of the black mana and 1 of the red for a Demonic Tutor. Do the black and the red that is floating for a Wish Claw. To use the Wish Claw, I'm gonna give it to Sage.
A Wish Claw.
Yeah. We'll crack for another black mana, and I will unearth targeting my Dockside. And I have a Korvold trigger in there. I will bring back my Dockside, and this time it will make 4 mana. So I have Chthonian Nightmare in my hand right now, which doesn't make me infinite mana. Well, we'll sack the Dockside to the Skirk Prospector to make another red. I will Rite of Flame with that red to go up to 2.
Oh, I see. So you'll be neutral in mana, but you'll be able to draw your entire deck, basically.
Yeah. I would be able to go and get, not Dockside, Orcish Bowmasters, and then just start looping Dockside and Bowmasters. We will cast Dosen.
Well, we might as well just see. We'll spend 3 mana for a Seething Song. We get 5 mana. We'll use 2 of that. We're going to cast Demand Answers, discarding Crash Through to draw 2 cards.
Ah, nice.
And we have nothing.
Chthonian Nightmare, which when that enters the battlefield, I would make 3 energy. Pay the energy. It would be 2 energy, so I have 1 energy left. Sacking Korvold to bring back Dockside, which would make me 4 treasures. So I have the Bowmasters. I can activate Prospector, sacrificing the Dockside after, and then it'd be like recast the Nightmare, sack Bowmasters, which brings back Dockside, and then just continue the loop and pinging you all.
Cool. GG.
Oh,
GG's.
oh my. How's it going, you fucker?